You have a rendezvous with death.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Zeals back in here. How you guys doing? I'm getting a bit better after some quality sleep. Was able to hit the gym today, so all is good. Today, I am finally back on my account. Home sweet home. I know guys, my account, is not as lavish, but I'm in it, alright? So in the rush to talk about the Kiss of Ghosts in the previous video, which you should check out if you haven't, by the way. I didn't get to dive really deep into this week's events and other frequently asked questions. So my opinion for this week's event is just plain boss. If we go down the memory lane, a year or two ago, we literally got what? 1 to 3 heroes max per week. We were at the mercy of the developer's choice, and the majority of the social media posts back then were about people wishing it was this hero or that hero this week, blah blah blah. So yeah, well, now things have sure changed for the better. We now have glory relics in case the hero we are working on isn't featured, and the monthly quests really made idling and planning so much easier, right? This week we have up to 5 heroes we can get as free to play if you played smart and saved accordingly. If you're a VIP 13, 9 heroes, and that's not even including the 6 heroes you can get from 2 light elites, 2 dark elites, and 2 regular elite shards, which you should have bought anyways if you're wailing out because you have abundance of gems from buying all the orbs anyways, right? This event, no matter what, is awesome. Yeah, as free to play you won't get all the rewards, but that's just how it is. It's a mobile game after all that has business agendas while still considering the players nowadays. I'm sure things can get better, and all we can do is voice for change, right? The change is always put players first, money second, but like I said, it's a company. It's hard to do that. Nothing changes from this event in terms of free to play versus whales getting ahead. So I counted all the glory relics obtainable if you whale out this week, and it's 260 plus 30 more coming in from the black gold card, which I did grab real quick after the video the other day because of its pure worth in terms of idle heroes worth. Yeah. 290 glory relics is a lot when you consider it's from just this week's events alone. It's almost 5 copies of non-light or dark, or almost 4 light or dark copies. Partly why big spenders like my guildie Baja and Monkey can pump out so many copies of heroes that they need. It's a tad ludicrous territory, but hey, it's about time idle hero developers did award both free to play and the whales with their own extravagant ways. I see it as a win-win situation in my opinion. Speaking of glory relics, I get asked often about how they should be spent and if they should spend it at all. And while it's a case by case, it all depends on your glory relic generation. As I said previously, if you're whaling every week, then buying even skins, hero copies, or artifacts every week is not a problem at all for you. Actually, it's the best way to go about it. However, for the majority of us that aren't whaling, we need to be a lot more patient and careful with what we choose. What do I mean by being careful? For example, since Christmas is within 30 days, is it best to spend some glory relics on dark heroes right now? For example, short-term wise, yes. However, with the new dark hero being in the works and most likely to appear for Christmas event, it's safer in the long run to hold out and see how the meta shifts. Also, see how many copies you obtain through Heroic Summon event during the Christmas event, and having the glory relics saved to purchase the rest that you need when they are introduced in the shop is a sound plan as well. Every choice has pros and cons, lesser for those that have a fountain of cash in the living room, and more for those that aren't. Once again, that's my 2 cents. It's always going to be case by case, but a lot of people have been asking me, should I work on this hero or that hero right now? And I really don't think it is the best time to be making heroes at the moment if you're not a whale, because of the huge anticipation for the upcoming event. I'm going to discuss that in another video very shortly. As for this week's Heroic Miracle, once again, nothing to be upset about. Rejoice. Even if you're free to play, a dark hero being in your bags isn't a bad thing. I know some, a very small minority of you guys, may be upset about not getting the hero you want up there, but no matter what hero it is, it's worth completing for the armor sets, the 10 profit orbs, and 24 heroic scrolls. I understand guys, I don't personally need Dance Moge myself, but Heroic Miracle is freakishly easy to complete unless you're brand spanking new, and yeah, the rewards are just too sweet. The armor is starting to be important as this reoccurring blacksmith event is drying out our reserves, especially mine. Speaking of Moge, he's a great PvE and PvP hero, no doubt. I personally had mine maxed out during the 10-star meta and now at E3 as well. Can say confidently that I've played and tweaked with him for a while now. The number one question I get from Moge is, it's almost a daily recurrence at this point, no matter how many times I reply or make videos about it. I accept that fact, but yeah, the number one question is, what is the best stone for Moge? Short answer is crit for PvE and PvP in terms of raw damage. Now, most people that are new to this game read his toolkit and conclude that attack is best scaling. The more attack, the better his bleed gets, is their argument. While that's true on paper, Moge's power comes from his last passive, Shadow Lurk. It's basically a permanent buff of skill damage and 30 energy every time your allies use their active attack, which turns into skill damage if you're energy capped anyways on Moge. Now this can stack to 40 plus stacks in a 15-round fight. Remember, skill damage only affects his active skill and provides 0 boost to his dot portion of his damage. Also, the difference between attack stone and crit stone bleed damage is so minuscule in today's meta that it's not even up for debate. As for the burst that comes from crit stone backed active attack versus attack stone is quite different, especially with that ramped up last passive. Also, due to how attack having a diminishing returns effect, crit outscales since rangers and Moge gets 0 from tech. Another point is the round length being too short, favoring burst in PvE especially, and in PvP the existence of attack reduce, while crit reduce is not common at all, and the endgame meta makes crit the best choice no matter if you have a staff, Punisher of Immortal, or Fearless armor. So once again, to wrap it up, crit stone is going to be the winner for now. While Moge is a great hero, don't get me wrong, I really like this hero and he is great, but the things holding him back in today's PvP meta is him having no built-in damage reduction or CC immunity like the newer generation of heroes. He also brings no utility, just a pure damage dealer. This means that he's rather squishy, and that's why Holy Damage Stone has a place, as it is very consistent unless Moge go to the later rounds. Also, it's best to give him a damage reduction artifact, but since Magic Stone Sword is one of the most sought after artifacts in the game in the current meta, it's hard to give it to Moge right now. I can see him work in certain rainbow comps currently with the beefed up defensive version of him. Like I said earlier, the Holy Damage Stone version with the damage reduction artifact. Now, with the 10 hours given from the Heroic Miracle event this week and the Black Friday Carnival Tier 2 reward, I'll be able to get 20 orbs that I needed to do one loop of the orb event. I still haven't touched or done my 6-star fusions yet, so that'll give me 8 extra super whatever, wishy-washy chips, whatever it's called, along with my militant event rewards. So with all those added, I will need 120 orbs to get that Omnivore and that sick nasty skin. In yesterday's video, I was mesmerized by the skin's effect. It looks like a photon cannon or something. It's freaking awesome. Hot damn, right? Anyways, guys, it's been like 2 or 3 days since the event launched. I haven't done the orb event. I'm gonna be doing that real quick right now. So just hold up a minute while I switch my phones. Just talk amongst yourselves. Yo, what's up? I'm back, guys. So I try to do like a voiceover where I'm opening the orbs while I talk, but I still have this cough and I'm trying to get over this flu, so I'm drinking some tea, some warm shit right now. And basically, I did finish the orb event, and overall, I'm still going light and dark in anticipation for the Christmas event. I did pull a decent hero. I'm happy with that. I'm not really expecting much. I'm just trying to get the fodder necessary, and I think this is going to be the last Prophet Orb event where I do go full light and dark, because I have the necessary fodder now to make a new light and a new dark hero. So I think I'm going to chill a little bit with my plans when going with light and dark. I met my expectation on time, so I'm happy with that. Thumbs up, hell yeah. So I did want to make a little confession. So people on Reddit and people on my Discord, they've been calling me the toilet clogger. So I don't know if you guys know what that's about, but apparently there was an International Toilet Day. I wasn't even aware of it. I mean, Cooley, my moderator, told me about it the day afterwards, but basically I have a little confession, right? It's not that disgusting, so you don't have to put your kids away. So basically what happened was the managers at my work, they get together every Thursday, I think, around 11 p.m. or midnight, and they have a meeting about what to do every week and stuff like that. You know, those managers things. And if you're a manager, then you know what I'm talking about. And I guess during the meeting, they were talking about toilet cloggers, pretty much. But I don't know why this. I was just informed of what happened afterwards through one of the managers, as well as some people I know. I don't want to really get into it too much, but basically, yeah, the 6th floor toilet was being repeatedly clogged by a certain individual. Was it a certain? I guess there's one or two people, and basically the 6th floor was getting clogged, and one of the managers, he's like kind of a new guy. He used to be like an ex-pro boxer. I mean, he looks like one too. He looks mean. Anyways, he checked back with the CCTV to see the timestamps. I guess he went back and checked out, you know, who was leaving the toilet. I mean, there's no CCTV inside the bathroom, of course, by law, but there is one at the exit. So when people do leave, they know what's going on, because previously people were like flushing food down the toilet at work, and that was clogging the shit up back in the days. But anyways, they have that installed, and basically I got caught red-handed, long story short. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't intentional. And it was on the International Toilet Day, apparently. And the reason why, I'm not trying to like cover it up, guys. Like, I'm not trying to get into it or make it gross or trying to cover it up, but it wasn't that like an anaconda came out. It just, man, I have this OCD that I didn't tell you guys about. I have this like, since I was like, I don't even know, since I can remember, I had this OCD where I gotta wash my hands. Like when my parents bought me a toy, or they bought me a laptop, or shit, was it a laptop? I mean, like they bought me a game console. I really hated like the oil that came out of my hands and my face and things like that. So every time I use an electrical or electronics, I wash my hands beforewards, and then I wash my hands afterwards, and then I would get like a wet towel and then wipe down the keyboard or whatever I was using, the MP3 or anything, right? My desk, it was just no dust whatsoever. I hated it, right? I had this huge OCD, and eventually I did ruin my hands because of it, and my feet, they produced actually zero oil. I don't know how I could show you guys that, but my hands are always dry all the time, cracking and bleeding all the time. And you know, that's the price I gotta pay for it. And basically that night, I mean, yeah, I was still under the flu, and I was taking medication, and I guess I had like a signal. I went there, nothing really, you know, no anacondas came out. But because I don't really trust the toilet seat. I mean, do you? I mean, if you guys have no issues, then man, thumbs up to you guys. But me, I cannot sit in no like clean. I don't care if it's clean. I don't care if it's a 7-star hotel. I'm not sitting in no like a toilet that's not my toilet. All right. So I covered it up. I did a good job. I covered it up. I used like 20 hand towels. I mean, like, you know, the toilet towels, I used 20 of those. You know, I layered it up, and then, you know, I, you know, sat my ass down and, you know, I did my business. Nothing came out. And basically when I got up, all the tissue, I guess, went into the toilet bowl, and I flushed it down. You know, because I'm not gonna put my hands in there and get some wet towels out. Come on now, I have OCD. So I flushed the toilet, and I guess it got clogged. I don't know. I didn't like, you know, I didn't see what happened, because, you know, nothing came out. So I was just like, you know, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna leave. I washed my hands, and I didn't really check back into the bowl and, you know, see if it was clogged or not. But basically I got caught, and the managers were having a meeting about it. They were like, all their faces were like, you know, disgusted. They, you know, they're cringing, their noses were cringing. This is what I heard, by the way. And, you know, they're all saying, ew, you know, that guy, oh my God. And they look at me differently now. And, you know, I went to work the next day proud as fuck. I don't give a shit. But I just had to make a confession with you guys. That's why people call me the clogger, man. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the confession. Father, forgive me. Yeah. Forgive me, guys. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys liked it. hit me up with the thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned. We have a lot of good content coming up this week talking about the future of this game. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys. Whoa, hold up, guys. I did promise you guys that I'm going to obtain a lot of these Google Play Store cards, and through my sponsors at Patreon, thank you Spacey for that. I did obtain a couple of them, but before I do give a bunch of them out in the upcoming videos, I want to test this one out. So just leave a comment below saying Android and your server, as well as toilet clogger, all right? Toilet clogger, and leave leave your Android server. Make sure you say Android and server. I'll pick a winner within 48 hours, I guess. After this video goes live, I'll announce it through the community post. So it's gonna be a one card, guys. It's gonna be at $10, and I'm gonna be doing a lot more for the Android community as well. I'm just gonna test this out. Once again, it's gonna be a US Android card, so you need to have a US account. You could just simply make one. If you don't know, Google it. Anyways, leave a comment below. Get back to you guys soon. Peace.